Hey, I'm TheLoopyAlchemist, and yep, I've finally gotten around to doing an LP of Skyrim. I've been wanting to do one for a long time, but it's just such a huge game. I always just found the task kind of daunting, but anyways, this one it's going to be of the main quest, and I've just a few other ones that I feel like doing, so like the Civil War quest line and a couple other ones. If there is a quest you'd like to see me do or a quest line, by all means post it in the comments. But one thing though, I actually do record the gameplay before I record the commentary, so it might take me a while to get to the mission, but I'll do it eventually. Also, I'll be doing the DLC, Dawnguard, and Dragonborn, also Hearthfire if for some reason someone wants to see me build a house, if there's actually the demand for it. I think I should probably address why there hasn't been a new video lately, and mainly I've just been super busy, super tired, and I was also feeling really burned out after that one 3-part Tiber Septim episode, and with all the research and everything on just how obscure my lore episodes are, they take a lot of time to make, so yeah. For those of you who are wondering when the next lore episode will be coming out, I'm working on it. It'll be out eventually. I really have no idea at this point, but don't worry, I haven't canned the lore series. But anyways, on to this. So yeah, main quest line and a couple other ones. But anyways, I'm recording this off of the Xbox 360. I have it on the PC as well, but as I've previously mentioned, I don't exactly have the most powerful PC in the world graphics-wise, so I figured, yeah, the 360 is just a lot easier. Also, I like the controller on it better, so there's that too. Also, I'm kind of assuming anyone who's watching this LP isn't watching it for the graphics. Well, because there's far better channels out there for graphics, and I'm basically just going to be talking about the lore the whole time while I'm doing this. I should probably go over my history with the Elder Scrolls series, just since there really isn't anything going on at the moment. I mean, yeah, they are trying to kill me, but oh well, I guess that's kind of tradition at this point. So the first game I ever played in the series was Morrowind over at a friend's house a few years ago. I liked it so much I went out and bought Skyrim, and this is when Skyrim just came out, I think, like just a couple months after it was released. Just completely loved Skyrim, played through it on my good file around 300 hours or something crazy like that. I didn't exactly get off to the best start though, because when Alduin started attacking, my game just glitched out wholesale. Like, it was nuts. Character models through the ground. He stayed perched up in that one tower bit. I'll point it out when the spot he's in later on. And I actually had to search up a walkthrough to get through the scripted events. So, yeah, that's kind of not the most auspicious start to the series, but oh well. After that, I did a lot better, but still, I didn't exactly get the hang of the game either, partly because since the TV I was playing it on couldn't quite format the screen quite right, like it cut off the corners so I couldn't see the white text that appeared in the upper left-hand corner, so like whenever you pick something up or when you're over encumbered, I did not notice that. And also just how I played. As I mentioned previously, my first experience with any Elder Scrolls game was Morrowind over at a friend's house, and my friend, he basically played the game for the loot. Like, he'd loot every single body he came across. He actually took it a step further. He would systematically steal everything from the buildings in entire towns, pile it up in the town square, and then ferry it off in trips over to his cave where he stashed all of his treasure. Well, I'd never made a base for myself or anything. I did loot every single body, and I didn't know there was a encumbered system, so I actually went through all of Bleak Falls Barrow completely encumbered. I thought that was just the speed you walked at. Also, I went across a good chunk of the overworld like that too, before I finally realized that if I dropped the 30 Nordic greatswords I was carrying, I could actually run and fast travel again. I've played Oblivion too, well after this. Main quest, quite a few side quests, but not really too extensively. I've got Morrowind for original Xbox, just picked that up a while ago. I've messed around in it a bit, but I'm gonna wait and get Morrowind for the PC just so I can play through the DLC on it as well. I have played Redguard Arena and Daggerfall as well, but I'm reluctant to say played because I've played around with ROMs of them that I've managed to get working in DOSBox, and I've put maybe about an hour into each, but I've never actually made a full-hearted attempt at playing through the game, so I can't really say that, but hopefully I'll get through them eventually. I'd really love to play Battlespire since it takes place completely in Oblivion, and I'm really intrigued into the backstory of it. I kind of want to make an episode on it, but I really don't want to do that until I play the game. But I have not been able to find a working ROM, so if anyone can point me in the right direction, that would be great. I'd also like to play the Elder Scrolls Travel series, just because, hey, they're there, and I don't know, I'd like to be able to say I played every game in the series. The Elder Scrolls Travels, for those of you who don't know, are a series of games for mobile phones and the Nokia N-Gage for like the 7 people on Earth who actually bought one. So, yeah, Skyrim and Oblivion are the only games I've really played extensively, and I've messed around with in all the others, except for Battlespire and the travel games. Alright, well, in basically any Elder Scrolls game, well, the ones that I've played, I always like to play as a Nord, warrior type character, just because that's kind of the gameplay I like the best and everything. And it's how I played through Skyrim on my first go too. So I'll just kind of keep this LP similar to my normal playstyle. Instead of typing out TheLoopyAlchemist, I'll just put in TLA because I'm nice and lazy. Oh, should probably mention, although I do a lot of the skills in this game, I never touch alchemy, which I know it's kind of odd since it's in my name, but hey, I made my YouTube account before Skyrim came out, so I don't know, there we go. Alchemy, like, I don't know, I just don't really get the point of using it when healing magic is so much more effective. And I don't know, I guess there's a few skill trees like that. Like alchemy, I'd also consider speechcraft. Well, not so much that they're useless skills in themselves, but I guess more what I'm trying to say is I don't really see the point in investing in the perk trees for them, since it's far easier to do other things. I mean, again, that's just my playstyle, I'm not trying to bash anyone, but really I feel they're kind of in more for immersion purposes rather than gameplay. Which is fine, but anyways, that should be enough about that, because these guys are trying to execute me. And even though the Imperials are about to try to kill me, I'm still going to join the Legion in the Imperial questline. And as for why, well, I'll get into that a bit later on. Bottom line, I think the Legion's uniforms just look a lot cooler. I'm an even bigger nerd of Roman history than I am of Elder Scrolls lore, so there's that, but also in the more broader context, the Thalmor are actually kind of secretly funneling arms and gold into the Stormcloaks to further weaken the Empire, so that they can bring it down once and for all. But, again, we will get more into that later, and wow, are these guys really going to cut off that guy's head? Huh. Ew, 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 ew. Oh, gross, they actually did it. Okay. Huh. Well, that isn't exactly pleasant, but one thing that is, I really like the fluttering effects on the, Imperial banners over there. I wonder how cold it is in Skyrim right now. Like, it looks nice and sunny, but I don't know, like, it can still be cold when it's sunny. Really nice view around here, though. And I don't really understand the Imperial uniforms. Like, as much as I like them, and oh no, you are not going to make me lie down on that, are you? Ew, there's a dead guy down there. Alright. But yeah, you'd think the Imperials would put more effort into, like, having... Oh, hey, what is that thing? Oh, it's a dragon. Well, you know, this is kind of terrifying, but considering they're about to execute me, like, I guess worse things really could happen. It's... I don't know, it's kind of like using a moose to get from the space station. Okay, I should probably explain. Basically, the moose is a concept vehicle. It's kind of like a sleeping bag slash parachute, that was in the planning processes for either Roscosmos, the Russian space agency, or NASA, that would kind of serve as like an emergency bailout device of spacecraft in orbit if should anything go wrong. Basically, it's absolutely terrifying because you're jumping from orbit in a sleeping bag, but your only other alternative is dying, so you've really got nothing to lose. That's kind of what I guess you could compare this dragon attack to. But anyways, that was completely random. But yeah, Alduin froze right there when I was trying to get out. So let's just jump into that, and that is a really high drop into a burning building. I'm going to go with Hadvar, that legionary dude, but admittedly, if this is real life, I'd get out of here with the Stormcloaks just because, and they're less likely to kill me. But I have played through this game before, so I know what to do. Anyways, but yeah, that moose thing, just, I don't know. Like, trust me, I'm not making that up. There was like a, read about it in some Cracked article. I love that website. But anyways, what was going on earlier, like, if this is like the coldest province in Tamriel, you'd think the Legion would put more effort into having weather-appropriate uniforms, like maybe sort of that armor, but like almost a woolen tunic like the Stormcloaks have underneath. But then again, I guess the Stormcloak uniform isn't exactly designed for winter weather either. But who knows, from the weather around here we could, I guess it might be like springish or something. Well, actually, if you look at the Tamriel calendar, there's a way to figure this out. I should make a Lore Minutes episode on that. By the way, yeah, I'm still planning on continuing the series, but like the Lore Minutes, the kind of spin-off series of the Elder Scrolls lore, but I just haven't found a good topic. Maybe the Tamriel calendar would be a good one. Yeah. So, this is just about it. In case you're wondering why the Elder Scrolls Lore Minutes, there hasn't been a new episode lately, right when I started making it is around when the Shoddycast started making their lore series, and, well, they kind of handle all the, I don't want to say basic, but more general stuff. So, like all the, races and some guilds and whatnot that I was planning on covering, but, I don't know, they do a great job. I like that series, so I don't want to regurgitate something that someone's already doing. But anyways, I have already ran out of time, so I'm the Loopy Alchemist. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.